All right, we're going to progress the squat. You've been doing your well-aligned squats with your feet weight on the outsteps and on the heels and your butt going back. Many times I've started you doing these at the kitchen sink so you can get down to full depth. Okay, so using that kitchen sink, this isn't it, but you'd be able to pull back on that sink. If you're able to keep those knees lined up with the toes and keep your spine straight when you're down in the hole, that means the hip crease is below the knee, then you're ready to go. If you got 20 of these, barely using that, you're ready to go too. Next one, which I call a star squat. In the business, this is sometimes called a prisoner squat, but I hate that. It's a star squat, okay? So a star squat looks like this. Same stance, shoulders, elbows back, abs drawn in, chin tucked. Look how long and neutral that spine is. This is a mobility exercise, and it's beginning to bring a lot more core awareness, lower back stability, and core navel draw-in into your squat. Okay, now this position here, I call the catapult, and it is underrated and extremely powerful. There's a lot going on in here. You're not just putting these up here and hanging out. You're putting these here, pressing a little pressure into the back of the skull, resisting that with these neck erector muscles here and even your thoracic erectors. This was what makes it so powerfully postural. Okay, I'm also retracting my shoulder blades. That means you can see those retracting together, okay? This is the antidote for so many things in life that's giving us old man curl. So hanging out like this intentionally is super powerful for you. And if you're doing this with a squat, you are really throwing in some longevity, postural, maintaining moves. Okay, we're throwing that butt way back into the posterior chain just like we always do. I'm gonna have you get up to 20 of these. And then once you got 20 of those, they don't have to go much faster than this. And the ideal one lands up here with the butt squeeze, the low back squeeze, the upper back squeeze, the shoulder blades squeezed together, these erectors turned on. That's a lot going on. It's going to take you a while to get all of this. But that's what I want you to get up to. 20 of these with this stuff turned on such that you feel maybe sometimes as much fatigue in here when you're done as you do in your glutes. You're not going to remember every time, but as often as you can, remember to squeeze everything up there. Everything from my laced fingers down to my knees is fully contracted at that point. And again, I don't even remember that 100% of the time, but go for it. Then you're going to add to that what I call a flexion-extension squat. So the butt still goes down, my lower back is still upright, and I curl this down. Now I'm in spinal flexion, and then I push up against that resistance and come up and land in that same place. These you're going to do slower, so you're probably only going to get 5 or 6 of them. And I'm coming all the way up. Notice what I'm not doing. I'm not coming down like this. I'm still pushing that butt back, dropping into that squat, and folding the upper part of my spine. The lumbar is still upright and neutral. The thoracic, where my ribs are, is flexed. Flexed means curl forward. And then I come up, squeeze everything. And by number 4, 5, and 6, you should be squeezing those good and solid. And on the last one, give it a good squeeze really hard, everything, 100% contraction against that entire posterior chain. Oh, that's going to start to feel alive for you. Really good body awareness, spinal neutrality training, along with the squat going on. This will prepare you to squat with heavier loads.